Hello everybody, welcome to Football Manager 2016. I hope you're all well this Sunday night or Sunday evening, and just give a few minutes to see if you want to join. I'm sure you'll have a good time, and just crucially, as long as the text is legible, we'll have to sort that out first and foremost. So if the text isn't legible, please let me know. But I'll just take a head count and see what's what. I'll just post the link to Twitter if you want to hop in. Okay, that should do. There we go. Let me just check out the main channel, of course. Let me see how I'm doing. I'll explain further with my save when everyone has joined in, and I hope you'll have fun. So yeah, I'm in two jobs, as you can probably imagine. It's in the description. I'm playing as Chicago Fire in the Major League Soccer, and I'm also, of course, managing the Republic of Ireland team. We're a few weeks away, or even less than that, from the Bosnia-Herzegovina game, where we have to win that if we're going to plan on going to the Euro 2016 tournament. Yeah, the text looks good now, actually. I'm proud of that. But just let me know if you can't read it. I'll try and sort that out for you. But I'm here down in the webcam as well, just for the crack. And if you want to say hello again, I read the chat. Oh, bugger. I'll just be right back in a sec, guys. But just let me know how you're feeling with the save, and I'll live com this Ireland-Scotland game, and we can have a good bit of fun, I suppose. Yeah. So I'll be right back in a minute. And if you're all happy, then we should be fine. I think my stream health is medium. Let me check that out. Let me see. Alright, well, we'll keep an eye on the stream health as well, and then I'll see if anybody wants to join in. Yeah, that's the way sometimes. Yeah. Okay, I got 2 viewers, that's cool. Spread it around if you like, guys. I'm not really great marketing myself. I don't like having to force myself into people's minds. It's up to you entirely. But I'm just trying to compete with everyone else, as you'd expect. It's all a bit of fun. Yeah, okay, so I'll be right back, and then we can begin the game. Hiya, Fair Maiden Gaming, how are you? Why no F? Presumably you mean F1 or MotoGP. Probably a little harder to stream those games, to be honest. I'm a Football Manager player mostly, but there'll be plenty of time for MotoGP in due course. A Moto 2 career will be starting soon, and then I'll let you know all about that when the time comes. So yeah, I'll be right back for definite now. Okay, so give me 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's see how we're doing, and then I'll head straight into this Ireland-Scotland game. No, I'm down to 0. Baller. Maybe it's bad time, I don't know. Thanks for the retweet again, Yvette, appreciate it. Yeah, I'll get started when I have a few viewers, there's no need to rush. Just check me sub box as well, make sure I'm watching everybody, because that's the hardest thing when a new game comes out. All your mates that you subscribe to are making loads of videos, and you try to keep up and make your own as well. So I apologise I haven't watched your content yet. Just I have to try and improve that side of myself. Not great time management. But yeah, I'll just add whatever I need to add to the queue, and then we'll play some FM16. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I'll add that. Okay. Okay, that's all I need to add. That's fine. Okay, cheers, Fairmaiden. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, it just says 0 here, so gives a false impression, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, I'll just get started with a little walkthrough. So in Major League Soccer, I'm playing a Chicago Fire. I just basically want to play Chicago. I didn't want to go for an easy team either, but it's an international break at the minute, and this is my squad. Very little changes. I have let a few players go. One of them was out of my control, but I'm getting used to the draft idea. It's quite tricky, but the likes of Kingsley Bryce, I don't think he was good enough anyway, so he's gone. This guy hasn't had a good pre-season, and he wasn't registered because I went over the salary cap, and once you unregister someone from your roster, then they're gone. Their contract is expired, and they become free agent in the draft. And then Eric Gehrig, similar idea. I couldn't keep him any longer, and then this guy I brought in via the draft, and then I had to get rid of him again because I couldn't compete with the salary cap. So this is the reason why I bought Bruno for 145,000 euros, and I needed a good right back, and I felt he would do the job for one season, which is pretty much all I'm going to play of this save. And so far so good, really. We're doing very well in the MLS, but it was a very difficult pre-season. You look at the likes of St. Louis, Tulsa Roughnecks, Tampa Bay Rowdies, and Fort Lauderdale Strikers. I did really, really badly against them. I was thinking, oh god, we are going to be cannon fodder in the MLS. But then we fast forward where we begin with the Los Angeles Galaxy game at the StubHub Center, probably the hardest game you could possibly take in the first opening game, and we were beaten by 2-1. And then there was none else but Robbie Keane getting the brace, and we had 1 goal back late on. And it seems to be, I like this, the Prozone thing seems to be generating the report as we go along. So but Robbie Keane was too good. A little harsh that we didn't get an equaliser, but Robbie Keane did do the job. Then we gave Vancouver an almighty thrashing by 3-0. It was one-way traffic all the way. I was really, really pleased with that, and the players just responded beautifully. And then with our another tricky game away to San Jose Earthquakes, I was thinking, oh, we're going to lose this, but we actually came out of the traps fighting, thanks to Gilberto and David Akam. They each scored a goal, and Fatai Alash gave them one back, but even though they pushed and pushed, they just couldn't win. So that leaves us in the Eastern Conference in 3rd position, which is where you want to be. We're just 3 points behind New York City FC, and they've played a game extra. And DC United are the official top league leaders, I suppose. Well, the unofficial league leaders, they have the game in hand. New York Red Bulls could yet catch up. And then the Western Conference, it seems to be the Eastern Conference teams play the Western Conference teams, and however they're drawing, however they fare, they get into this league. So it's all really confusing once you think about it, but it's not too bad. But anyway, the the Irish squad is now assembled for this massive game against Scotland. In real life we did very poorly against Scotland, and that has to change in this virtual world for more reasons than one. Pretty much. So in Group D, we're in 5th place as Georgia generated results gave them the win against us. That's a massive blow, and we're already 4 games into the campaign. I don't have long to respond because we've lost to Germany, Poland and Georgia. No home games as of yet, so if I lose this, we're in severe trouble of being eliminated very early on. But there is a beta glitch that I need to point out. If we go to our competitions and we look at England, the Premier League hasn't started. It's March and the game hasn't noticed the season needs to start, and the players are basically unfit. They've had a long layoff for because of the glitch, and it won't be until August when these teams play again. So I started the save in January, which is the correct time to start an MLS season new, and for whatever reason the Premier League season hasn't begun, and neither has any of the other lower leagues in England. I've loaded the Irish League, which is of course winter league or summer league, and that seems to have worked just fine, but for whatever reason I can't see the English League at all. And the Champions League should probably have started, so we'll look at that as an example. Europe Champions Cup. That's weird. It starts in 95 days. That's weird. So there's not going to be any Champions League this season. My God. So that's something that needs to be sorted out. But anyway, the Ireland squad has been severely hampered by injuries. And you're probably not going to believe how many players are injured for for Ireland. I had barely anyone left to call up from the senior side. So let's look at this down here. So Robbie Keane injured, Stephen Hunt, Kieran Westwood, Darren Randolph, Andy Reid, Jonathan Walters, Paul McShane, Dave McGoldrick, Mark Wilson, Stephen Quinn, James Collins, Joe Mason, Robbie Brady, Shane Duffy, Cyrus Christie, and Anthony Pilkington, Will Buckley, Paddy Madden, and then we go all the way down, and James McCarthy, he was also injured. So clearly, if you don't have your players fit and they're training week in, week out, they're probably going to succumb to an injury. That's very, very weird. Curtis Davies has been capped by Sierra Leone. That's weird. Could have had him, but anyway, I have a lot of players injured, and that's very, very disappointing. And I'll head into the game shortly. I'll just check my browser again. Let me see, is there anything I can do? Maybe I picked a bad day, I don't know. Okay, well, I'll play the game. I'll just bump Alright, I'll just tweet out final call, and then if anyone wants to join, that's great, and they can watch it back in case they want to see anything. Okay, that's alright. And the stream is healthy, so we can head into the live comm now. My my CPU is fine as well, so we can get going. There we go. So the squad I've actually been able to name is still a good squad. I wouldn't complain. Scotland, I'll have to check out their injuries and suspensions, see if they have any. I was meant to check the main squad. But they have some good players. I'm not gonna take it away from them here. Some really, really good players, and they seem to be much better prepared than me. Let's just see how we get on. So head into the team selection, and here is my squad. My starting 11 is still pretty good, but you can see again to double check it. All my players are in good condition from like general fitness. Their physical conditions 100%, but match sharpness for everybody is low. But enough with the moaning, I suppose. This is the starting 11. Alex McCarthy in goal, Seamus Coleman captaining the side at right back, Kieran Clark and Luke Chambers at centre back, Joey O'Brien at left back, David Myler as the ball winning midfielder with Harry Arter as a deep line playmaker. On the wings we've Aidan McGeady and James McLean. As a shadow striker we've Jeff Hendrick, and all on his own is Shane Long up front. And this is my bench. Stephen Henderson, Richard Keogh, Tommy Hoban, John O'Shea, who was slightly hurt in a training incident. Then we've Stephen Ward, Glenn Whelan, who I didn't want to call up, but I had no choice thanks to McCarthy's injury. Darren Gibson, Ewan O'Kane, Wes Houlihan, Anthony Stokes, Adam Rooney, who is fresh because the Scottish League is probably happening in the background, and then David Ford as the third goalkeeper. So let's just head into the game. Never mind the fact that my players are going to be knackered. That's just inevitable, really. But the Aviva Stadium hosts this most important game. If we lose this, we're gone, and I'll probably get the sack in no time at all. Yeah, so not really much else to say. Germany and Poland's running away with it. The bare minimum I can expect to be comfortable with will be 4th position, but that'll be the first loser, and then the playoffs are probably going to go Scotland's way if they win this. That'll be a huge chasm to chase, and we've already played Gibraltar, I think, so that's our only win. So there you go. There's Scotland's lineup. Craig Gordon, Stephen Whittaker, Reynolds and Berra, with Robertson in defence, Mackay Stephen, Scott Brown, Darren Fletcher, Armstrong and Morrison, and then Stephen Naismith as a lone striker. And you have a good bench as well. But I don't know if that's Stephen Fletcher. Yeah, it is Stephen Fletcher. Okay. So Lee Griffiths, the Chesterfield legend, there as well. I'll just head straight into opposition and mark up these guys. You'll probably remember if you've seen my episodes, I have to stop the recording and then resume it because you can only do these one at a time on FM15, but thankfully Sports Interactive have responded and allowed you to tick as many of these as you like to do in the opposition marking, and then I have to go straight into the team talk. So let's just check the instructions. I've inherited them from my Chicago team. I like to go direct at home anyway and stick to positions. So let's give the overall team talk. We have to be at our very best here. It's a sellout according to my inbox. James McLean has switched off. I don't understand that. He should be raring to go in this kind of game. Maybe the players don't have my respect, or they don't have. Yeah, okay. Well, they don't respect me just yet. But anyway, let's try and win their affection and go for the jugular. Here we go. It's my first FM16 live com and my very first on a stream. Here we go. Oh, early doors by Scotland here, looking very sharp in comparison to me. But thank goodness Harry Arter is back. Mackay Stephen and Robertson and Naismith. Good save by McCarthy. And Scotland looking really, really sharp early on. And this is going to be them again. I could be in deep, deep trouble as Poland take an early lead. Here's Harry Arter, good interception. Shane Long looks for Jeff Hendrick, and that's a corner. Good job from Ireland here. And this should be James McLean to take. Oh, good header by Whittaker. Shane Long getting back, and here's McGeady. Hendrick, and Shane Long hits the crossbar. Oh, unlucky, but I like what I've seen there. David Myler is hurt. Not good, but I'd like to keep him on for as long as possible. Dead leg is, it's salvageable, but we'll just have to keep our eyes checked. Whittaker is just going to get a warning. We have one yellow card for Scott Brown, and it's looking better for Ireland here. Jeff Hendrick back to goal, and Shane Long hoofs it over the bar. We'll get rid of that notification, but Scotland are now back on the ball. It's Stephen Naismith all the way out. He goes for a long distance shot, but thank goodness he missed. I'd like to make my changes here. You can see how vastly different this is in FM16. We're going to go a little more balanced. I'd like to do a different strategy, try fluid play, maybe run at the defence and cross low for Shane Long. How's our possession? It's not great, to be honest. It's 50-50, but our pass completion rate is low. We need to get our act on here. Here's McGeady, Shane Long, and Aidan McGeady scores against the nation of his birth, and that will certainly silence Scotland. Let's encourage this, a vital goal if we're going to qualify for the major tournament in the summer. Georgia lead against Germany. I didn't correct the broken licenses for them. As you can see, Christopher Meyer is not a real player. I haven't bothered with any cosmetic additions, so you'll just have to bear in mind the German team is entirely fake. But there's half time, and I'm pretty satisfied with that. But yeah, so yeah, let's just read my Twitter. Yeah, okay, I don't have many tweets going on. Never mind that. Let's just head into the second half in just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, second half time. So a few bad performances here or there. Fair play to Luke Chambers, that's a good first half. Our players obviously in poor shape, as I explained before. So we just need to say guard against complacency, because you remember Scotland scored inside a minute of the second half beginning. I can't risk that happening to me in this game. If we draw this, I'll be really pessimistic about our future chances. But apart from that, most of the players have done a good job. Kieran Clark goes from happy to switched off. We'll go mixed passing and retain possession. Let's see how that goes in time for the second half. Let's go. Thank you. Let's play on. Myler will have to come off at some stage. I have several options for him, just if he's injured. Here's Chambers. Whittaker free kick over the bar. We remain in 5th place as things stand. Georgia will go into the playoff spot if they can do okay against Germany. Not to be. It's 2-1 there, and Naismith all alone. Scott Brown finds the gifted Mackay Stephen. Oh no, that could be an opportunity. Scott Brown at the edge of the box, but he's missed it. And now I'm going to make 2 substitutions to try and keep this game in my hands. And I'm going to pick, I think it has to be Glenn Whelan. I wanted to drop him so badly. I just don't think he suits the kind of game we're trying to play. He just makes too many errors at the international level, whereas he does seem to cope well with Stoke. And might have to take off Shane Long. My nominations: the fresh Adam Rooney. I loved him in FM12. He was so good, and it's been a long time since I played international football on FM, and it's good to at least have a chance to do it again. But will I do it permanently in my Pentagon Challenge? That's another question for the future. There you go, 2 changes. Can Adam Rooney of Aberdeen seal this victory? Let's demand a little more. And it's Craig Gordon's goal kick. Christoph Berra. That's careless. Long ball again. Coleman to Glenn Whelan and Aidan McGeady. Tried a curler, but he's hoofed it over the bar. It's good performance in Jeff Hendrick. Another injury, and Naismith's broken clear. The offside trap. I didn't want an offside trap, but it seemed to have happened. And Armstrong handled the ball. So I think I've no alternative but to take off Jeff Hendrick. And my nomination for the substitution will be Ewan O'Kane. And can Harry Arter play there? He can, but who's best in DM? No, it's not any of them. So I'll put O'Kane into the centre with the other guys. And his best role is advanced playmaker, so we'll put him in that. Harry Arter's happy as the deep line playmaker, and we'll put Adam Rooney as a target man. Just keep things fresh. So there you go, debut for Ewan O'Kane. Be great if that happened in real life, but there's so many other Irish players in the midfield that are worthy of a cap. But it's time to perhaps counter-attack just a little bit. 14 minutes to go. Adam Rooney back to goal. Ewan O'Kane goes long for Aidan McGeady. That's a low cross. Rooney, just unfortunate there. We're going to have to pause the game. Pause the game. Go out wide again. We need to cross, float, and stick to positions. And that's fine. That's all I need to do. Can we hang on in there? It's a set piece for Shane Coleman to Glenn Whelan. McGeady dropped and cleared by Scotland. Craig Gordon very nervous there, but here's Ritchie through to Naismith. Dorrans and Armstrong. Oh, he's got far too much space. Dorrans. That's a poor ball, but it certainly created a little bit of panic for Ireland. This leaves Scotland with the opportunity. O'Kane hits Dorrans and wide by Ritchie. Let's mark up those other players now, actually. So Fraser is on. He's pretty healthy, so that's a threat right away. We've got the other Ritchie, Fraser. I'm getting mixed up. So mark him. And I think Graham Dorrans will close him down. So here we go. It's Craig Gordon's goal kick. Berra looks tired. And it's just pitter-patter around the back. But it's a rigid line for the Scottish. But they'll want to break us down. They've got an opportunity. Naismith out wide. Ritchie, Naismith, Brown onside. Well done, Alex McCarthy, the Crystal Palace man. Very good save. Oh, and Scott Brown's header over the bar. Scotland now emerging as a threat. We just need to seal the deal. Glenn Whelan cowered out of that one. Andy O'Brien. O'Kane gives it away. Robertson goes route one. Chambers, similar idea. But Christoph Berra's far more interested in getting that ball. And Scotland give it away and get it back. Oh, goodness me. That was a one-on-one chance. First time shot saved. McCarthy doing a splendid job. It's Seamus Coleman to Ewan O'Kane. Back to Glenn Whelan. You see he loves going backwards with his passes. And then unfortunately Rooney was offside. Rooney, target man, James McLean. Who can he cross? Set for Rooney! Twice he couldn't score. Goal back for Georgia. And this group is getting exciting all of a sudden. We're just 3 minutes away from the end. Poland have dismantled Gibraltar. Fraser, good block by McGeady getting back, but he's given it away. We're kind of trapped in the back, our own half the pitch. Naismith, bad deflection and corner kick. No sign of the goalkeeper. That's cleared by Kieran Clark, and Whelan backs into Fraser. That's a free kick. Oh, fabulous ball, well cleared, but Scotland remain a threat. Robertson, and across to Reynolds, and he goes wide to Whittaker. Fraser tries another whip. Brown has scuffed it, and Ireland are 60 seconds away from a priceless win. My very first game in charge. How we would have dearly loved a 1-0 win in the real life game. That would have potentially put Poland under severe pressure. But here's Rooney. Just need to keep it clean. Whelan goes forward for Coleman. Coleman's lost it. Scotland have one last hurrah. Harry Arter intercepts. Rooney. Adam Rooney to Aidan McGeady. What a shot and what a save. by Craig Gordon. Just need to get the ball back. And Coleman's fouled, but we get the benefit of the doubt. And this looks like 93 minutes and game over. There it is. I've won my debut match in charge of the Republic of Ireland. Things are going really well for me all of a sudden. Look at how well some of these players have played. Well done, everybody. No one let us down, if I'm honest. And we can certainly plot a run at the third place now. We're just a point behind Georgia. And Poland are only 3 points clear. But Germany are going to run away with this group, in contrast to how they did in real life, where they really made a fuss of their qualification bid, thanks to a few bad results like them losing to Poland and of course Ireland. And there you go. Our next fixture will be it'll be in June, I believe. There it is, against Gibraltar, so I should win that comfortably enough. And then we play Georgia and Poland at home. Vital to our future success if we're going to qualify for Euro 2016. So let's praise some of these players before moving along. I can't do it, can I? No, I can't. Never mind, that makes the life a little easier. Let's read the inbox. We show class. Fans are happy, and I'm happy. Coleman does well. Harman delighted, Houlihan is delighted. Ireland remain on course, and then a few other results in the MLS. So I'll save the game and check the chat, see if I have anyone else to say hello to. No. Okay, never mind. Things are going well, but yeah, I can't really complain if people aren't here. It's just something I need to get better at, of course. Yeah, I'll play a few MLS games, and if things remain low, then I'll just quit the stream and then do something else, which is yeah. Right. Right. Oops. Right. Okay. So save the game, and we'll move on to Philadelphia Union, and that's a big game. And I have very little time to fly home. Ireland duty ends. Let's hold the team meeting. So yeah, I'd say that's exactly the sort of reaction, and I hope that the players I do get to pick next time are in better shape. But yeah, that's all I can really ask for. Let's move on to the Philadelphia Union game. So there you go, nice and quick. So Adam Rooney is thankful for getting capped, and I'll let you see if he's a favoured personnel of mine. Yeah, there you go. I have a new friend in Adam Rooney, so I'm very, very pleased to have helped him out. And there you go. There's my profile if you want to check it out. I only have the Continental A license. Reasonable enough stats, but you should look at my FM15 manager. I'm just not so good at all. But I like this star reputation now. That's better than the random reputation in the old FM. That should be very fun to watch in the Pentagon Challenge. Just a little distraction there. A few injuries with Chicago as well, not so severe, but there's a new thing where you can add someone to the disabled list, and that takes them off your. You can register someone else in their place until they come back, and then when they come back, it's probably a matter of what to do. But I'm just going to see what kind of changes I can make here. My players are getting reasonably fit again, but 2 or 3 of them can't possibly play after international duty, so we're going to respond to that for you now. There you go. Patrick Doody comes in. Harry Shipp, he's a good player. Who can play in his place? Not many options here. No, I'm going to have to change formation. We'll go 4-4-2. Do I have a second striker? Just drop him. Yeah, see, I still have a striker injured. I have to play David Accam there. That leaves a spot on the left. No, that's no good. Yeah, this is very, very bad. A few places that I can't possibly fill. By the way, I've no plans to play any music on the stream, so if you want to put on your own video, have a few tunes going, that's absolutely no problem. Just I did get a little copyright strike on my last FIFA stream. It was just one of the songs got detected, and it just said I can't play this video in Germany. So from now on, I won't be playing any music whatsoever. I can't be too fussed about that, I'm afraid. Just gonna change this around. Yeah. So Patrick Nyarka, where does he play? He plays midfield right, but not left. Can I have any? Do I have anybody who can play left? No. This is bad news. I suppose it has to be Colin Fernandez, doesn't it? He should play there. Yeah, no, that'll do. And we'll make him a wide midfielder. That seems to be what he likes. And Stevens, not so good in that role. He wants to be box to box. So we'll make him that. And Laurentowicz is happy. Akam isn't happy. We'll make him false 9, leaving Gilberto as the poacher. So put Nyarko on the bench, and then everyone else in the reserves can't possibly play, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's a look at my team really. But I don't have the second striker on the bench, but that should do. Let's just save the game again, just to be safe, and I'll read any of the chat. Okay, nothing going on, that's fine. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning a bit sidewards here, apologies. Yeah, 38 minutes in, that's pretty good. But we want to hurry up and play some more games within the time that I have. We'll put Daniel Cyrus as a defensive limited centre back. There we go, that's fine, let's play. So can we keep our winning streak going against Philadelphia Union in front of our home crowd? If we do keep winning, then I'll be very happy with getting a top 3. That'll be well and truly beyond what we're expected to do. So let's just head into the game. There we go. So we're in 4th place now, seeing as Columbus have played a game extra. There's their team. I don't recognise anybody, but our team is still pretty good. We'll keep the 4-4-2 going. Go into opposition. Maurice Adu, we can mark him up. I know him anyway. He's a good enough player. And then let's go to the team talk. We're expected to win, so let's give the fans what they expect. Should be a good crowd. Chicago, as far as I'm aware, aren't a very successful MLS team, but they've been one of the longest running, so that's an achievement in of itself. So let's head into our second game of the stream. And Philadelphia get the kickoff, and they go out left for Fabinho, and Aristegueta interception. Their captain Laurentowicz makes the opportunity last, and that's over the bar. Lucky Chicago, I suppose. That could have been dangerous. Fernandez, oh, not a good free kick. Gadis on the right wing beats his first defender, goes out to the opposite wing, and Johnson saves. Good stop by the keeper. There's Fred. He's going to go out to his opponent. Edu. Good interception. Laurentowicz turns it into a counter-attack. Gilberto. Oh, a lovely skip. But he has to go backwards. There weren't enough options. And Chicago have to get something on the board. So I'm going to change my philosophy. We'll go normal. We'll run at the defence, cross the ball with a whip, and we need to be more expressive, and we'll turn off stick to position. Well, unfortunately, it's another free kick for Philadelphia. The Union are still going for broke here. They want to get an early lead. Fred, Nojera to Edu, and that's the end of the highlight. Akam cleared by Philly. Stevens, Akam! No, unlucky. I want to demand some more, everybody. Let's get this goal. It's the only game of the afternoon, so let's just sit back and relax and never mind what everyone else does. It's all about the fire. The men in red, as they're nicknamed. Larentovic out wide, goal kick. Oh, okay, right, be right back. Yes, it is. Okay, pardon that interruption. These things happen. Here's Stevens from a cam. 1-2. He's gone back to him. Chicago sort of struggling for creativity. Stevens again looking for a pass. There's Gilberto. Fabulous save by Blake. The man between the sticks there, Andre Blake, was alert to the danger. Duty through to Fernandez. The 18-year-old crosses. And Maidana clears. Chicago have done really well in this last phase, but it could be unravelled by the Union if they keep pushing. Aristogueta to Fred. Gadis. And Fernandez is going to be cautioned. That was a careless and cynical tackle, but I'm actually incorrect. Edu, though, big opportunity. The wall is forming, and that's well wide. I'll ignore that highlight. And Toyota Park looking well today. That was a poor free kick, and it leaves Philadelphia to clear. Poor header that should be dealt with by my defenders, and here comes Stevens. It's wide to Akam, and again these two love to work together, it seems. And here's Fernandez to Gilberto, and again, what a save! Good work by the opposition keeper, and I think we'll just head into half time 0-0, unless Edu has an idea, but he doesn't. There's the half-time whistle. I think we have a few frustrated heads, so I'm going to be gentle with them. Let's try and win this. And there you go. You can see these players are a little more used to my methods, and we shouldn't be too downbeat. I think we have every chance of winning here. So the striker's a little poor. I'll just give him a little warning. I want an improvement. We're going to go looking for an overlap. We'll pass into space this half, so we'll turn off that, more direct, and we'll go a little deeper again just to be confident of our chances. I think we had them reasonably covered, but it's an even game. We're going to try and gamble, maybe miss Tommy a few passes just to try and get something going for us here. So 0-0. In the second half, we're in the 60th minute. A poor second half. This requires action, and unfortunately Fernandez looks tired. He's booked, he's had enough. David Akam can't really play here. We have to compromise, and we'll put Matt Watson into the attacking midfield position, so that leaves Gilberto as the last striker. Sorry, right, okay, right. I'll be right back, sorry. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, never mind. I'll just carry on. make these changes. We might want to take off Cockey's as well. Maybe he's looking tired. There you go. Do something different. There we go. 1 change, 2 changes. Nice. But yeah, if you're interested, well, if you're going to ask me, am I going to stay permanently in the MLS? The answer probably no. I'm not really too keen on what I've seen so far, but if I actually have the time, I might just play the save until the end of the season, see how I get on. I don't want to throw it away so rashly, but I think we need to demand more. I don't want to draw this game if possible. Yeah, would I go back to the MLS in my Pentagon Challenge? It wouldn't be on my list. I'd rather go to Mexico or somewhere like that and try and win the North American Champions League. But yeah, that's just the first impression I have of MLS on FM. Here's Stevens. Good ball, very good ball. Watson was able to find Gilberto, but he was able to keep that one out. And the set piece is cleared. Stevens from the Arco. Oh, that was weak. Maidana just psyched him out. Change of foot for Philly. Opposition marking. Can't tell who it is. They are very, very tired, so I'm not going to bother doing anything. We'll make our last change, and it's going to be I'm going to take off Laurentowicz. Whoops, I'm going to take him off and bring on to Chris Ritter. He's a like-for-like player, and we should be able to hold out for the draw if the worst-case scenario happens. I want to win, but if we have to lose, I want to go out fighting. Philadelphia put nothing on target until now. Oh no! Oh no! That's dreadful by Chicago. Easy set piece, and we have to push forward now. Casey to Najera, and Casey could win it, and it's still available for Philadelphia. Oh, 2-footer, I don't believe it. Ritter only on the pitch a few minutes, and he's mullered his opponent, and that's a straight red, and I've no opposition about that. It was the correct decision. Ritter should be ashamed of himself. He had the least amount of fatigue, and yet he still did something stupid like that. So he's going to get a big warning. It was very, very stupid, and that looks to be the end of our winning streak. And that's cleared by our man on Marquez is in defence. Just 3 minutes stoppage time. We only have 30 seconds to go. Niarco doing his best. It's a risky header, and that's game 0-1. So Philadelphia are your winners, and I'm really disappointed. Should have won that game. And Ritter, you're silly man. You shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I have to just say sent off at a bad time, but well done Philadelphia. That was a worthy win, I suppose, and they're in our same conference, so it's kind of getting confusing now, but whatever. I think everybody plays each other once or something, but we'll just check our schedule. So Ritter will be fined a week's wages. Yeah, he accepts the fine, so I get an achievement. So our schedule for Chicago, so we play Toronto, New England, Montreal, New York. We play New York twice there, DC United twice. Yeah, it looks like we play everybody twice from each division, but New England popping up 3 times, so it's all a bit confusing. I'm not too sure what to make of it just yet, but we've played LA Galaxy once, and looks like we'll be playing them again. We have the United States Cup in June. That should be fun. So ugly challenge. Don't think we've merited the result. I think it was a bad day at the office. So we'll carry on into Toronto. We'll train up the players to for defensive positioning. for our match preparation. And then Toronto play Real Salt Lake. And I'm just going to check my Twitter again. Okay, never mind. Let's just carry on. I'll be going in a few minutes actually. I need to do something, so I've been caught out. I'll be back soon, but I just don't think the interest is here today, and that's my bad. Maybe I should give you more notice. But it will upload to YouTube on demand, so you can watch it back and see what I think of this new beta save. So we'll just fast forward past the Euro qualifiers, and then we'll play Toronto FC, who are not doing well. The combined league puts us 9th, I think, and we'll double check that. So a few games have happened there. I might just organise a reserves game actually. Yeah, there's no reserves game coming up. So we'll look at competition, Major League Soccer. So view stages. Yeah, it just seems to put us into one massive league. So the Eastern Conference looks like that on its own, the Western Conference, both of them together, and the Supporters' Shield table looks like this. So we're in 9th place out of all 20 teams. Seattle, Colorado, and Montreal Impact have had the worst starts of the season. Toronto down in the dumps in 17th, but if we had won that game we'd be right near the top. But Philadelphia Union have reached 6 points just like us, so that's all well and good. So we'll now move along into our next game, and then I might just head off just to get whatever needs to be done. And if you want to see another stream and you've gotten this far, just let me know, ask me if I can do a stream, and if I can't I won't, but if I can I will, and we can make an agreeable time. Yeah, I'm not like a big streamer, but I'm not really a stream fan, but like sometimes I become interested in things once I try them out for the first time. So yeah, it's just a matter of getting used to it and being nice to other people as well. The AT&T goal of the week has gone to Columbus Crew, to someone from Columbus Crew. So we'll make this reserves game now. Can I arrange the friendly? I can. So we'll make it for the 1st of April, April Fool's Day. I hope it's not going to be responded negatively. So I play the Thunder Bay Reserves in a friendly just to get anybody who needs match fitness, and we'll check that out right away. So John Bush needs a game, so he's already in the reserves. Yes. Polster needs a game. See if we can help him out. Yes. Ty Harden. Yeah. Chris Ritter. He's suspended, but he may as well play again as a punishment. Patrick Nyarkos again. He's unfit. Greg Cochrane. Yeah, similar deal. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. Matt Watson, I can take him out. He's fit enough. Move to reserve squad now. Jovan Jones, he's okay. Harry Shipp, a little too soon for him. We'll play Lovell Palmer. He's in. And Jason Johnson, my other striker, he is in. Okay. Harry Shipp, I think we'll just give him 20 minutes or something. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Okay, we'll just give him 20 minutes. And we'll fast forward. So, training report. This should be good news or bad news. Michael Stevens, I'll compliment him for his work. Oh, sugar. Oh, well, never mind. We got his morale up. Interaction worn. Criticised training. We want to have to step it up, my friend. Jason Johnson, a little harsh. He hasn't had time to play. Bruno, I expect better, but obviously he's declining as a 34-year-old anyway, so we'll leave him alone. Yeah, so Dundalk looking dominant in the League of Ireland, it seems. No, actually they're second, but they get manager of the month. But Galway have played a game extra, and Pat's at least keeping up with them makes a nice change.
Cat in there?
No.
No, I better leave the door.
Right. So again, one of my players is being tipped for a move. Ship, Harry Ship is one of my better players. He's been wanted by the likes of LA Galaxy, and looks like, yeah, it's still interest, and Toronto FC might want him as well. We beat the reserve team 4-0. Yeah, good variety of goal scorers for sure. I should get my injured players back very soon. Maybe in hindsight I shouldn't have put them on any of the lists, but maybe don't have a choice. Supporters Shield. So 4 games. We have 2 games left until we get our players back, because you have to commit to 6 games on the disabled list, as it's called. So we'll head into the Toronto game, but I might be out of time. Really sorry, it's been a short stream. I would have liked to have played for longer, but I'm just a little busy, and I'll definitely do another one if people respond positively to this stream. Orlando City have beaten DC United. That puts Orlando second in our conference. We're down to 6th, but it's still very early days. Things can still happen. It's an early, it's big program of games. So who played badly in the last match? Let's just try and cope with that. Well, no one did particularly badly, but I'll go back to that old formation, the 4-2-3-1, and save the game and head off for another day. So we'll drop Fernandez, he's tired. Akam would like to play up here, I presume. Yeah, he's fluid in that position, or he's natural. And left winger will be Harry Ship. Oops, wrong button. Harry Ship, thank you. We'll go back into your natural position. Michael Stevens isn't suited for this. No, he's not. Who can play there instead? Suppose I'll give it a go to Watson. Yeah, that's fine. Chris Ritter deserves a suspension. We'll drop him in. Stevens there. Akam has been in good form. We'll give him some credit. Yeah, fair enough. We'll put McGee should definitely be on the bench. He could be a useful player. Yeah, he should be on the bench for definite. And we'll scroll up. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm just going to save the game and head off. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope next time will be an even better experience, but just something. I want to get some FM16 content up. I have Chesterfield of Dreams. I'll upload that while I'm gone. It was the second leg against Celtic, and if you want to watch that instead, I'll be really grateful, since I got 6 likes on the first leg. That was fantastic. But if we can get even more than that, or just about the same level for that live con, that'll be great. But until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll speak again soon. Goodbye. Yeah, the lighting's quite poor now, so probably just as well. So bye everybody, thanks for watching.